Perfect. Welcome to the call. This is Geek Out Fridays. It is December 2nd, and we're going to do an AI Smackdown. We got 4 AI writers that we use. We're going to go head to head with them, and we're going to ask you which one will win. So let's get ready to rumble, and we're going to watch it live. So the challenge, we're going to do one blog with at least 500 plus words. I'm going to use 5 keywords or less and less than a 60-word summary. Some of the AI tools require that, a summary. And we're going to try to spend, the goal is 15 minutes or less. So you can kind of get a flavor for each of the AI writers, what they do well, what they could probably be improved upon. But I want to show you the full spectrum of what we use, why we use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the topic. I put this in Facebook. We didn't get a lot of votes, but I went ahead and made a topic with it. And the blog topic we're going to be looking at today, we're going to build blogs on 4 different AI tools using the topic, how to convert your garage into a home office this weekend. So I went and did some research on Ahrefs. I also have a Surfer SEO product. And these are the keywords that it recommended. Convert garage to home office. You can kind of see the keywords along here that we're going to be using with it. And here's the content summary. Now I have to admit, I used a little bit of Jasper to help me write a summary. And this is about 61 words. Basically, are you tired of working in a cramped, uncomfortable home? You can kind of read that from there. But Dan Kennedy helped me write it. So I think it sounds pretty decent for just a blog topic summary. Okay. Now, here are the challengers. We have Article Forge on the left. And then we have Phrase, kind of the Ernest Hemingway approach. Then we have the new dog on the block, which is Go Charlie. And then we have the big boy, Jasper. So I gave them kind of images I thought kind of represented each of them. And Walt said the record that rumble, I needed to do it myself. So let's get ready to rumble, guys. So let's talk about the pros and cons of each of these. And then we're going to step into the demo. And I'm going to try to keep this under an hour, but I'm going to allow up to 15 minutes. After that, Wayne's going to cut me off on each of them. So the pros of Article Forge. This is our key ingredient inside of RSS Master. We've written a lot of software to use this. We have over, I think, 10 or 11 accounts right now. We believe in it. The quality has gotten a lot better. So here's the kind of pros. You can easily automate articles with their API. We're pretty good at using APIs, and we've got it integrated fully inside of RSS Master. The content quality, if you were to ask me about it 2 years ago when I first started with it, it was like an ESL, English second language. It was a little bit better than that, but it just didn't impress me. And then Article Forge 3.0 came out almost a year ago, and it was significantly better. Article Forge 4.0 just recently came out 3 weeks ago. The quality is really improved even from version 3. They have transitional sentences. They have conclusion sentences, concluding paragraphs. They even have like an opening series paragraph to kind of have the entire article flow together. So the quality has improved significantly over the last 12 months, and especially over the last 2. You only need a keyword and sub-keywords if you really want to define the article and to create a full article. And the thing I like about it is you can do 250 words up to 1,500 plus words. And they will put in subheadings, images, or a featured image, and a video embed from YouTube, which is really, it's a very relevant, related video to your title or your main topic. Okay, so the cons. We use the API. In fact, I'm going to use the regular input method today, but for the most part, all I ever use is the API. So I seldom actually go into Article Forge. You can get, if you're doing 250,000 words and you're doing a medium length article, which is 500 words, that means you can get 500 articles. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes to do an article through the API. So that means in less than 2 days, you can actually burn through all 500 articles if you're doing a medium series. So with that said, we have set up our scheduler so you can run it like an hour a day, 2 hours a day, or you could run it full blast. We run them full blast. And the reason is we let our masher and scheduler actually post the content. So we can burn through these in less than 3 days. That's why we have, I think, 11. We're going to go up to 15 accounts by the year end. But we're also using it for our PBN network. Now, another con is the recent price increase that they had. It was $324 a year for a standard license. If you have a previous license, reach out to support. They'll price that standard for you again. But if you're coming in new, it's probably going to be a little bit more. Now, there is a difference between standard and unlimited. You get, well, I don't even think they do unlimited, but the top tier is not what you need. You just need a standard tier, because all the tiers, the maximum you can get is 250,000 words on the API if you're going to use it for automation. Okay. It's not flexible. I'd say it's not flexible enough to be an AI writing assistant. That's the big downfall for it. So what is the difference between an AI writing assistant and a fully rendered blog post? Well, I'm going to show you on the demo, but primarily is if you want something to really be tailored around a topic, subheadings, titles, everything that, and you want to control it yourself, you need a writing assistant. If you want to hand it a keyword and it gives you a document that you're going to just post automatically, you need it automated and you want it to run through an API. Okay, so that's Article Forge. Let's talk about Phrase. This has actually become one of my favorite ways to write a long-term post, to write helpful content and listicles, because it's really good. The quality of the articles, especially when you're using the templates. And I've suggested a few templates out there. Peter Hatherley and Matt Zimmerman make some really good AI templates. They use a proprietary AI engine, which uses SERPs and uses their own data engine database. I think they're tapping into GPT-3, but that's not how they write their articles. So the plagiarism is what I would say lower on this particular software than any of the tools using GPT-3. Okay, you only need a keyword to get it started. That's another thing I like about it. It does have a it is manually operated, but it has a good, easy workflow to make content briefs as well as articles that are ready to publish. We use this exclusively to do our helpful content and our listicles. Occasionally, I will go over to Jasper and add some more to the listicle, but I'm actually creating the brief inside of Phrase. Now, cost of Phrase, if you got it on AppSumo, hopefully you did, you still need the SEO add-on. And I was hoping that they would do a half price sale like they've done in the past, but they didn't. So the SEO add-on, I think, is $35 per month. If you want some high quality articles, you want helpful content, you want listicles, you don't want to do a lot of work yourself, this is the tool I would recommend. It does not have an API that is set up for automatically creating content. They do have an API, but it's non-functional as far as what we can consider doing auto posting. Okay, Go Charlie. This is the new dog on the block, not the new kid, but it's got some advanced one-click blogging. This is the thing I kind of like about it. I'm always looking for, how can we get a long form content out of a single keyword or a group of keywords? It does a pretty decent job. I'm not going to say it is the highest quality. I still think Frase and maybe what you can do with Jasper is probably the highest quality, but it does a decent job for one-click blogging. Okay, it has something I didn't even realize until I started using it. In fact, one of the people on the call here has said, have you checked out their YouTube repurposing? I said, no. So I went in and grabbed a few short videos, and it translated and rewrote the script for me. They weren't my videos, guys. So you could do that and then use that for blog posts. You could use it for social media posts, whatever you want to do. It is a very interesting tool. They have a rewriting and summarizing function that if you're swiping or borrowing good content and you want to rewrite it or summarize it, they have a pretty decent tool in here. Similar to what you might find in Frase or inside of Jasper, but it is one-click functions. That's what I kind of like about it. And they have AI art is included in the price. I would say it was, and I don't know if that long-term deal is still on, but if you were buying a long-term deal, this is a great AI tool for beginners to get a long-term deal. And I bought the long-term deal, $99. It's limited on the number of articles I can create. I think it's 30 per month, but I'm not going to create that much. I use this to kind of supplement content, but I'm going to use it a lot for this YouTube repurposing and rewriting and summarizing. So this is, it's definitely worth the money. Is it the best tool out there? No, but it's one of the tools in our toolbox. Okay. It does not have API automation. I don't know if they're ever going to get it, but they're catching up. Their software is not the level of some of the other tools out there, but they are the features that they're adding. What I bought it 3 months ago, and since 3 months ago, they've added a lot of new features. Kind of like what we do with RSS Master, was constantly adding content. So that's the thing I really like, they're supporting the software. GPT-3 version, they're fairly new out there. So they don't have the data correction, the data engines that some of the big boys do. So occasionally you're going to see repeats of the questions, repeat of the words, or it looks like they just had a brain fart. And they're going to give you unrelated content. I've seen it happen. You just have to be conscientious, delete it, rewrite it, and keep on going. The AI art generator, it's good. It's not great. It's not as robust as Jasper is. I don't know what Jasper is doing different, but using the exact same phrasing, art phrasing, the quality of the art on Jasper is so much better than it is on Go Charlie. In fact, I would equate it. It's the difference between a 6-year-old doing art and a 17-year-old doing art in school. Okay, so I'll save, and I'll go ahead and call it. As far as a writing assistant, this is the best that I've ever used. It's one of the first AI writing tools out there. Now, I put this in as a bullet point, most equity funding. Seems like all the Wall Street money came in at one time. In fact, they've had 2 fundings, and they've all gone into Jasper, which means they've hired a lot of people, and they're hiring data scientists, meaning that in addition to what is coming out of GPT-3, they are creating their own AI writing language and data sets, meaning you have better quality content, and they're patterning and modeling some of the best copywriters in the world. And by doing that, you get some really good sales copy. Or if you're writing blog content with a convincing tone, you get a pretty decent article. Now, you're still going to have to massage it and play around with it, but that's what an AI writing assistant does. Is it's not the fastest in the world, but it's a lot faster than staring at a blank screen coming up with a blog post. This is kind of the pros. They're constantly improving the writing tools. They're adding some templates occasionally, but the templates they have, they're all getting better quality. So you don't see a lot of repeats. You don't see it going off in left field with some unrelated article. So like I said, this is the best writing assistant I've ever used. So people ask, have you tried Writer's Zen, Copy AI, and all these other tools? Yes, I have tried everything that has come off AppSumo. I believe I have bought, and most of it I've refunded, because what I'm trying to replace, this is running me $1,000 a year. So if I can replace $1,000 a year with a $97 product off of AppSumo, I'm certainly going to do it. And I'm certainly going to tell everybody about it. But Writer's Zen, Copy AI, they're good tools. They're absolutely good tools, but you don't need all of them. If you need the best writing assistant out there to do your own pillar post, to write your own sales copy, Jasper's the one. I would say that I'm not going to give you numbers, but Jasper alone this year, has helped us probably generate in the 5 figures with sales copy. And probably by the end of the year, it will be in the 6 figures with just the sales copy that we write off of Jasper. So guys, if you're serious about marketing, this is the tool. It is. Now the cons on it, if there's no API for automation, we are signed up to be one of their beta testers. They've already seen what we're doing with Article Forge. They're really excited about it. And they said, don't call us, we'll call you. And that's kind of sad, because I think we have a really good tool to automate AI. It is one of the most expensive options, especially if you're in the boss mode. And I would recommend go with the boss mode, get everything they have if you're going to do that. Okay. It takes more time to write with this tool than the other tools. The reason is I'm trying to be a convincing sales copy in the right tone of voice, the right format. I want to do it right. So I'm using Jasper's editor is really good. Now they allow up to, I think, H4 tagging. So you can go H1 to H4, I believe, and you can rewrite on the fly. You can give it commands, instructions, and you can put images, and it also has scoring with the surfer. But it does take time. So I'm hoping to have a really good article in less than 15 minutes on Jasper. Okay, so you've seen the competitors. We've got Article Forge, we got Phrase, we got Go Charlie, and we got Jasper. Which one's going to win? Okay. Wayne, any questions up to this point?
Yeah, we had, can you mention the template builders again for Phrase? And I'll type them in.
Yes. Peter Hatherley, and let me see if I'll pull up Rocket Link, and I'll just drop the link in here for you.
Okay.
And Peter Hatherley and Matt Zimmerman, and they're in fact, the Facebook group for Phrase is very active, as well as Jasper. So if you want to learn how to do any AI writing, those are the 2 best groups to be in. Article Forge, they're okay. They do some posts, but I'm learning all the time. And I've been, well, Wayne and I have been doing article AI writing since I was like number 120 on JAS when it was Conversion AI. I was one of the original people. In fact, if Tim Parker's on the call, he's probably one of the top 10, or he was number 10 coming in on Conversion AI. We really do like it, but I've seen a lot of progress and a lot of innovation changes that have come out since the original Conversion AI. Okay, let's go to links, see if I can pull this up. My rocket link always is slow here. I'll show you when we're in here because rocket link's not working on me. It's already crashed.
I think I've spelt them. I put the names in anyway.
Okay, good.
I think I've spelt them right.
Yeah. Peter Hathley is in New Zealand, and I think Zimmerman is in UK. Matt Zimmerman's templates are free, but he has a good training. It's like $97, and it's really good training. Peter Hathley, I think you can get all 4 templates that he uses for, I want to say like $169 or $200 a lifetime deal, and they are absolutely incredible. And I'll just have to show them to you. I can't find the link right now. Okay, let's go in and do, it's Smackdown time. So before we go to the links, just jump over here. Okay, I've got all these up, and I'm going to go in and create a new article with Article Forge.
I've started the timer.
Okay. We are going to do how to convert your garage into a home office. So I'm going to come up here and put in my main keyword up here. Convert garage to home office. And let's make it a medium. Sub keywords. I've got some ones we researched. And excluded topics. This is new. I don't have any excluded topics right now. I'm going to add an image, add a video. I'm going to jump through that. You can auto post to your WordPress. You have to integrate it in, and it's fairly easy to do. We like them coming through RSS Master because we're going to add helpful content to them. Add rewriting powered by Word AI. You can do it here, or if you've got Word AI inside of integrated in with RSS Master, we'll do that for you. Okay, so I'm going to skip this. We're going to just get one version and create new article. Okay, that's what it takes to write an article on Article Forge. Now, it will take a couple minutes, and then we'll come back and look to see where we're at. And it will post it in here when we're done. Okay. So here it should be working. And now let's go to Phrase. Okay. On Phrase, I'm going to create a new document and create new content, target search query. I'm going to do convert garage to home office. When you got a second clock, you going to clock me on?
Well, the first one was about 1 minute 20, and you was talking about how to do it.
Okay. So this is convert garage to home office. Let's go. Now, as this is working, it's going to go out to the SERPs. It's going to find the top 20 SERPs. And while that's working, let's go over here to Go Charlie. Welcome to Go Charlie. And I'm going to go over here to blogs, one-click blog, blog title. Okay, I'm going to grab the blog title this time instead of the keywords. homeowners, DIY, and I even put in here work from home. Work from home. Okay, SEO keywords. I'm going to come in and grab all the keywords I have. This is why you want to kind of do the research ahead of time. And I need to put some comments in here. Convert garage home to home office. Building a room, garage and garage conversion plans. Okay, so I got comments in there. Now I'm going to hit right. And there's Charlie walking down the street, kind of thinking about his blog. So it's going to take a few minutes. So let's come over here to Jasper. Now I'm going to go into Jasper. They have a new document builder. And I'm going to select the workflow right here. And I'm going to do a blog post workflow. Okay, now before I get it started, let's go back to a new article over here on Article Forge. Okay, so it's still processing. Now, I'm done here, so I'm going to go ahead and create an automate a content brief. And I'm going to take out guidelines because we're actually going to write an article. People also ask, I'll put that in SERPs, topics, topic clusters, headers. Yeah, let's look at headers. Questions, I'm going to leave off questions. Well, I'll go ahead and grab them. I've got people also ask statistics and hyperlinks. I'll include hyperlinks, but I'm going to skip all this. Now, if I'm doing helpful content, I'm going to do hyperlinks, statistics, questions, and people also ask. But let's go in and build a brief. Okay, now while that's cooking, I'm going to come over here. Charlie, he's still walking down the street here. Okay, blog post intro paragraph. Now we're in Jasper, so I'm going to take my title. Got it here on a notepad. I'm just going to copy it. Homeowners, work from home, and DIY. Okay, tone of voice. Let's do smart, convincing, and instructional. I'll put that in there. And let's see if Dan Kennedy can come out of retirement and help us. Okay. And I'm going to go to step 2. Okay. That looks pretty decent. I'm going to hit next. Blog post outline. So here's the topic, tone of voice, and let's hit generate. Okay, here we go. We got 5 things. And if you want to regenerate, you can always just hit regenerate. So this is going to be our little content. Okay, keywords to include. Let's just go ahead and I'll put some commas real quick in here. Okay. Now you can do all this manually, but I'm just going to go next, paragraph generator. Okay. So we're right. Here's the title. Here's kind of the intro paragraph. Here's the first section. Decide on purpose. Let's make this maybe a secondary. So this is going to be an H3. Okay. And I've got Grammarly attached in here. So let's give it, let's go ahead and give it a second paragraph here. And this time, I'm going to say steps needed to convert garage office. We can generate a paragraph. Okay, looks like it's kind of starting to repeat. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit regenerate, see if. Okay, well, we're going to use that. Okay, choose a location. And let's put this down here. Let's make this maybe, it's H2 right now. We're making an H3, make it italics, and we've got another long form article. Okay. And let's go ahead and just go next. Nope. Files to convert. So this is going to be a long form article. Right now we're at 617 words. I was trying to just get it past 500, but it looks like it's going to do a long form post for me. Now, this is what I would consider a draft. You would want to go in and change that. Okay. And I'll just go ahead and hit next. And it looks like I got 2 more paragraphs to write. So let's go. Weekend conversion project. So we're up to 1,100 words right now. While that's doing that, let's see if I can go ahead and make this into a H3. Get italics. Okay, come down here. And that's a really long form, so I'll just go ahead and hit next. And finally, let's do garage conversion floor plans. This is one of the ideas that they had in the keyword research. So let's see how that came out. That's set up workspace. And make this H3 italics. Come down here. And we'll go ahead and put this in next. Okay, kind of looking at the title, it looks like it may be going a little south on me. Okay, come down here and let's write a conclusion on it. Okay, it looks, read more we want to go to our website for garage conversion.
Website's not spelt right,
Yeah, we'll come back.
just in case you didn't catch it.
Convincing. I'm going to hit generate. It's taking a little bit of time, so we're still probably got about 5 minutes left on our timer. And I want to finish this out, at least get it to the brief, and then I'll go back to the other one. If it will finish. Okay, while that's working, let's go ahead, go over, go Charlie. Okay, so Go Charlie already has one in here. How to convert your garage into a home office this weekend. Why convert your garage into a home office? The benefits of having a home office, easy steps to convert, ideas to get the most out of your new home, what you need to consider before converting your garage into a home office, things to do after, how much does it cost, and here's some facts and a wrap up. Pretty nice. I kind of like this. That, and I'll just go ahead and give it some love there, and I'll just save the content. And I've got a word count of 2005 words, so we kind of did a pretty decent job, I think, of it. You got some rewriting tools up here. You can write more if you want to write more on each of them. This right here will copy, and then you can move things down, and you got your regular editor here. So Go Charlie's done. Article Forge is done. And it's Article Forge is still working, it looks like. Okay. Make sure I've got prepaid words available, so it looks like Article Forge is still working. Normally it's done by this time. That's strange.
Perhaps they're off building a new server just for us.
No, I think it's done, but it just hasn't come up on my articles database yet. So I know it's a processing query. Okay, so it's still doing the processing. When you go, that's why they can give away unlimited, because it does take time to generate them. So you're not going to sit there all day long and generate unlimited articles. But yeah, when this gets over here, hopefully it will be done in 15 minutes. But I guess we get priority when we're using API with it. Okay, so we're on phrase right now. So people also ask, here's the SERPs, top 20 topics, and we're good to go there. We got some headers. Okay, so let's go back in and we're just going to answer some questions. Okay. So I'm going to leave these up here, but I want to work with this here. Let's go down to SERPs. There's some topics, topic clusters. Okay, so I've got a pretty good idea, headers, and here's some external links. Okay, now, as I'm going to write this article, I'm using this content above, but I'm just going to put some lines here for me because I'm going to start writing my article just straight from here. So I've kind of got an idea of what I want to use. Let's just go into topics here. So you can see the outline there. Okay, here we go. Here's the topics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start pulling some how to convert your garage into a beautiful home office. Okay, that's what I want. I want to start with this and getting the basics right. But before I do that, I want a kind of a template. So I'm going to use a template in here, and I'm going to come in here and just do intro generator. This is RT stands for Matt Zimmerman, and I don't know, I don't know why that works like that, but okay. So I've got the title in there, convert home office. That will work, I guess, and hit run template. Okay, that looks pretty decent. So I'm going to come down here and let's start looking for some subheadings I can put in here. Okay, benefits. We're going to go ahead and copy that over and make that H2. Make this H1. Make this kind of the subheading. So I'll just do that, make that italics, and take off the notes there. Okay. Now I'm going to come down here and benefits of having that. This is where I'm going to get smart. I'm going to use AI is the authored intelligence. This is the Peter Hathaway. So I am going to benefits of having a home office in your garage. Let's write something that an AI professional. No, I'll do concept. Let's do AI professional. I hit the up arrow, grabbed it, and run template. Now, the reason that I have all this up here is if I'm passing it to a VA or a copywriter or anybody to tune up the article, they have everything that I have right up in here. But the actual draft that I'm working on is down here at the bottom. It should come up shortly. These templates don't really take that long. Okay, I don't like that last sentence, so I'm just going to take that out. Now, let's find another. So we've talked about the benefits. We don't need more benefits. 6 ways to convert. Okay, this is good. I want a list in here. Make that an H2. And now I'm going to come over here and do a I'm just going to type in listicle with paragraphs. Okay, this is Matt Zimmerman's. I've got them bookmarked. They're my favorites here. Listicle ideas, generators, list of questions. Let's do a listicle and run template. Wayne, any questions at this point?
Yeah, we had a good one. Doesn't Google frown on posting straight AI generated content with their new content update?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
There's probably techniques in the algorithm that they can detect that it may be AI generated, but the main Google search guy, I forgot what his name is, came out just in fact, 2 weeks ago, and said that they're not looking for AI written content. They're looking for low quality content is what they're going to be, not necessarily de-indexing your site, but they could be de-indexing the page. They could be de-indexing the site. So you want high quality content, meaning you want to inform the customers. You want to educate the customers or entertain the customer, the viewer coming to you. So, give them what they're asking, stats, lists, put all the helpful content you want in there. But if you have an AI article that you wouldn't read yourself, that's probably a good indication that it's not going to be read by anybody else either. So if you learn something from your own article, treat that as the standard. Okay. If you learn something, somebody else is going to learn something. If it's something that you won't even go past the second sentence because it doesn't even make sense, or it doesn't look right or read right to you, it's the same for everybody else. So if you want people to read it, you want the rankings to help, you need something that is entertain, educate, or inform people, and that's helpful. It's answering their SERP questions. Okay, so we got 6 ways to convert a garage into a home office. Okay, use the space for storage, create a separate room, make sure there's plenty of light, add a window, and okay. I don't need this one, how to get rid of bed bugs. So for some reason, it started writing somewhere else. So you got to use a little bit of your own intelligence. Okay, so we got 6 ways to convert a garage, and let's see what maybe the cost. So I'm just going to 8 tips and tricks, turning garage into home office. Factors need to know when converting. Okay. What should I think about when converting? Okay, maybe that's a good article to put in there at the very end. Let's go here and give it an H2. This will be the last one we'll do, but I wanted to show you another template that I like in here. Yeah, template. And let's go with not listicle, but maybe authored intelligence is what I'm going to start with. So, okay. And I'm going to go over here to conceptual author. This is one of my favorite ones because it rewrites it and then rewrites it itself internally. So it gives you some really 30,000 foot concepts to think about. Whenever I have a strategy question or a topic question, I want to use that conceptual author. What I have found with this is there's very little editing that you really need to do. You do need to check your stats, your numbers. If you're quoting any prices or anything like that, you definitely need to check it. Hopefully you're informed. Sometimes my VA in the Philippines, in fact, I think somebody might be on the call that would recognize, he doesn't know who won the Super Bowl or doesn't know who won the hockey championship. And I wouldn't expect him to, but he does know how to format and use the templates. So, kind of briefly go through this, reading it. So if you'll notice is I'm actually talking to I'd like to start off saying that our garage has a lot of storage space. So this is more talking from me, first person to a customer, a more informal way of going about it. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed reading. Thanks for listening. Until next time, remember, until next time, check out our website, free conversion blueprints. Okay. Now this is going to take them over to an opt-in. This is this is the whole reason for this one blog post, is check out for free version blueprints. That is going to be a link that I'm going to build into it. Okay. Thanks for reading. Okay. Now, I have a really good, this is probably 1,000 words. It's got some good items in here. I would probably come in and make this into a numbered list coming down. In fact, I'll just show you how to do it. Got that. Make it numbered. And then I'm just going to reformat it. Because even though it looks numbered, it's not really numbered as far as HTML goes. And you got to use the tool to make an HTML numbered list. And what I'm doing is just hitting delete and then modifying it. And Phrase, I don't remember if they have an actual WordPress tool, but this is, we actually do an import for helpful content. And if it's formatted correctly, it looks beautiful, and you can add it to the bottom of all your blog posts. So how to convert your garage into a beautiful home. And so I would go through here with Grammarly, and I'm going to fix this. So I consider this done. It's a final draft. It's ready for edits, just like all the others. So this one looks, that's probably a 1,000 word, and I'm going to add images into it. I've got my one call to action down here. I may even put a video in here with it. I may break it up a little bit. Okay. So phrase is done. Looks like we're still working on this one. Okay. Go Charlie's done. Let's go over here. And looks like that one's done for a conclusion. So we would hit, I guess it's already established some ground rules, blog post. See what happened to that. Okay. All right, finish. Okay. So this looks really good. This is something that I can work with. Now in Jasper works really well with Grammarly. So I would just start reading this paragraph, and I would kind of break it up into a couple little paragraphs, and then I can put images in, I can reformat it, I can do lists, or I can do numbered lists, but I'm going to read through it, make sure it sounds right. But this is a draft. It's not ready for instant publishing. Okay. So I've accomplished this. So I think this looks good. Decide on what the purpose of your home office. Okay, so I'm going to hop out of, let's go ahead and give it a title. How to convert your garage into home office. Okay. So this document is ready for a final review using Grammarly. You can bring it into Word, Microsoft Word, Google Docs, or you can edit inside of here. I like editing inside of here because if I need to, I can come in here and go, okay, let's take that sentence right there, and I can come up to here and do a rephrase. Okay, that looks good. Or I could just spin it again, rewrite it. Okay, so I'll use that. So it's really easy to add to it or to rephrase it, but I can sit here and put the cursor right here, and I can hit Control Enter. Sorry, hit Control J. In Jasper, we'll just start writing. Okay. So I'll make that into its own paragraph. And so I just added a paragraph very easily into it. And it's about staying focused from a home office, which may not really work with this, but you can kind of see where I'm going with this. So I'm going in here and using Grammarly, I'm fixing things. And I try to, the first pass I do is I want to do Grammarly. I want to fix it up so grammatically it looks okay. Then I start looking at where can I do a paragraph break? Because I only want 2 or 3 lines for each paragraph. So I'm going to do a paragraph break as I'm reading through it. So it may only take 10 minutes to get to this draft, but I'm going to spend another 15, 20 minutes, maybe even up to an hour if it's a pillar post, if it's something I really want on page 1 and I want to send a lot of content to it, maybe even some paid content. So this is why I call it my best writing assistant. Is if I need a paragraph, I just click, Control J. If I want to rewrite it, I can rephrase it. And coming over here is I have templates. I use these templates all the time. The AID framework, a content summarizer. So you could take a paragraph. In fact, I'm going to take the content summary I had originally, copy that, go to content summarizer, post that in there and hit generate. And it will start making bullet points. Let's go to 2 options here. Okay, so you can put up to a 12,000 word article in here to summarize. That's why I kind of like this, but it's gonna make bullet points with it. Okay, so other templates I use all the time, content improver. If I have a couple of sentences and I just write it out without even thinking about it, I'll put it into content improver, let Dan Kennedy, Jay Abraham, maybe even Frank Kern chime in and tell me what actually would make it sound better. I probably use this 2 or 3 times a day. If you see me writing a blog post or putting something on Facebook group, I guarantee it's been through this right here with a little help from Jay Abraham or Dan Kennedy. Okay. So you can see you got a lot of different things that you can do with this. They do have AI art. I'm not going to go into that. We'll talk about this on another day. But this is why this is the most expensive. It's got the most tools. It's got some of the best tools in here. Go Charlie, they do have some tools. They have a blog wizard, a blog ideas, blog title. If you're doing that content repurposing we talked about, here's your audience. And this is where you put your YouTube or URL. Not necessarily yours, but it could be anybody's URL right in here, okay? Let's see, and here's their, they got some little Charlie's Playpen. This is just an open format to doing things. Tricks, you can rewrite and summarize. You can even do content scoring. These they work pretty well. And for a lifetime deal, this is a pretty nice little program. Images, social media, if you want to do some social media, if you want to just do image creation, variation, image to alt text right in here, copywriting. I haven't tried this slogan, but I do like kind of using the simile and defining who's my audience. Okay. So there's some interesting stuff in here that you don't see anywhere else. A motto. I didn't even know that existed. That's new. A company bio, press release. You can do ads, email, website, content library. So I like this. It is more on the simplistic term, but it does a pretty decent job. Phrase. If you were to read this article going all the way through, you would think it's just you and I sitting around the fireplace talking about, well, how do we convert this garage into a home office? This has the best styling, the best, in my opinion. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these articles and I'm going to put them onto a Google Doc. So you will know which one they are. I'll put, this is from Frage. I'll put one from Go Charlie and one from Jasper. And I'll clean it up a little bit, but I'm not going to rewrite it. I'm going to show you what the final draft looks like, but maybe the grammar's cleaned up. Okay. So you can see these and you can compare them. What I would say is new article. Okay. This one's almost done. It's taken forever. I guess we get low priority when we're using prepaid credits. So I'll put each of these into a long Google Doc and I'll post that inside of the Facebook groups. And at the bottom of that is I want you to tell me which one wins the contest, the AI Smackdown contest. I know I've gone over 15 minutes on some of these. The one I didn't expect to go over 15 minutes is this one here, but I guess they're busy right now. But I want you to see the differences between a finished item like Go Charlie's given us and like Article Forge is giving us versus final drafts that Frage and Jasper are giving us. Okay. So Wayne, any questions at this point?
No, I don't think there's any new ones.
Okay. I was hoping this one would finish so we could at least look at it.
Oh, it's nearly there. That's unusual. That's unusually slow, to be fair.
Yeah. Because our articles really come out pretty quickly. Comparatively, it's usually 3 minutes. While that's working, I'll just show you some other articles that we've generated.
Oh, it's there.
Oh, there we go. Okay, let's take a look at it. Okay, so you got your building a room in garage conversion plans. Okay. First thing you need to do is to survey your garage. You should also make sure your garage is insulated. Okay, so this doesn't look too bad. How we converted our garage into interior. Okay, so these articles, we're creating subheadings with ours, but this is what goes into our blog automatically. So we started with keywords, and basically you would put a keyword list into RSS Masher, send it to Article Forge, and it goes to the mash, the schedule, then gets put onto your WordPress or your Masher sites. So this one will be in the Google Docs. So these two, they're done. These are briefs, and I think our Smackdown is done. I know if I'm coming over here to template and I'm looking at the documents here, the documents. This is the one I did today, but I thought I named it. Okay, I have named it now. Okay, cool. I think this one will be a pretty decent one to work from. But again, either I'm going to edit it or Wayne's going to edit it, or we'll send it off to our VA to edit it. Typically, I will use this to write, like I said, I'll write sales copy using this tool. And on the blogs, I'm going to use Frage. I'm also starting to use Go Charlie a lot. But primarily, we got this thing running 24/7. We got a lot of words running through Article Forge, and they do a pretty decent job. Okay, so let me go back over to our presentation here. Okay, so here's the links. I'll put these. I think I can put this into the chat mode here. Okay, those are the links. We make a little bit of money on some of them, and some it's just a straight redirect link over to them. are there any specific questions I can answer about what's going on with these? I started with, I'll come over here. Here's my notepad. And you're going to get this link right here. This is the slideshow review. Put that in the chat mode also. So if you want to see the slides I just made with the pros and cons of each, it's in there for you. But I always start with a title or a topic. Now, sometimes I can get a better title with Jasper or Phrase. I can just, suggest a title. Phrase has some of the templates that they can do. Let's see here. Phrase has its own AI writer. So if I want to come over here and go, I need a title. Okay, prompt offer, UVP, headline author. Let's go blog H2 generator, questions. I guess they don't have a title generator. Most of them have title generators. Form, but you can do a lot with the blog headlines. You can do headline subheadings off of it. But I primarily use Jasper for that. But I'm going to probably start trying out this. Also coming down here to slogan, simile, and motto. I'm just dying to know what this motto is here. It's brand name, describe your motto. So I guess it will rewrite your motto. Call to actions, interesting stuff in there. But in here is, you can come over here to templates and blog and one-shot blog post, listicles, fact generators. If I'm searching just for titles, blog post title, meta descriptions. So these are optimized title tags, headings, heading. That's not in there, but anyway, you can see, there's a lot of things that you can do with this. Blog post intro, content improver, and this one-shot blog post are the things that I'm using right now. But a lot of times I can just go into documents, create a new document, and these workflows, they keep adding to it. So you can do an email campaign, a rewrite content, social media campaign workflow, or you can just start from scratch, or you can start from any of the templates if you want. Okay. This is all we have today. I'm going to let y'all vote on which one wins the one-click blogging contest, the Smackdown. And I'll put all this in a document and then just ask you to vote on it. Okay. Wayne, any other questions we can answer?
Yeah, there's one. If you had to choose just one content AI tool to generate good general content for a blog, which would you choose? No API necessary.
No API, I would use Jasper. Well, let me rephrase it. If I had an extra $1,000 or whatever the price is a year, I would go with Jasper. If I'm under a budget and I needed just a lifetime deal, I don't want to pay any more money, I would probably start with GoCharlie if I don't have any other tools. So between the two, I would do either GoCharlie or Jasper. Now, with that said, I have Phrase that I got off AppSumo, and I've got all those templates. I can write some really good blog posts and helpful content. So it really depends on what you're trying to do. Jasper is probably the best writing assistant for sales copy and blogging. Phrase is definitely the best one for writing more personal blogging, helpful content, listicles based on their templates, and even writing some fiction books. You might, if you're into that. GoCharlie, it's the new kid on the block. So again, I like it because of the cheap lifetime deal, and some of the that one-click blog writing, that's pretty slick. If it can do it all in, you know, a keyword and as fast as it is, I'd say that was pretty good. But if you said, I need to automate it, there's only one I'd choose. It'd be Article Forge. Wayne, do you have any conclusions that we can talk about here?
I think somewhere, I mean, there was some extra information coming over. Walt was talking about a content checker to detect whether it was AI written. Apparently, there's a new tool, originality.ai.
Yeah.
Basically, my thoughts on that are, well, I know that most of our content is AI written. So even if that tool tells me it's AI written, I'm still going to post it because the quantity that we need, I'm not going to write it myself.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to use the AI content, whether this tool tells me it's AI or it's past the AI check. So it's kind of a tool that we wouldn't really use, but I can see why it exists.
Yep.
But I believe Google won't penalize good AI content, because if they do, in 6 months to 12 months time, they'll have nothing to index.
Well, and Google is writing their own AI writing system. So in GPT-4, guys, I've seen some of the things that GPT-4 is doing, and I'm like, oh man, this is scary. It is so realistic that you unless I told you specifically that it's AI, you would not know at all. It really is that good, and it's because it has such a wider range of content that it's consumed than GPT-3, but they've got more transitional phrasing, you know, the common language for each of the countries. You know, what is the common language for US versus the UK? So, you know, you're writing for a certain dialect, and it's amazing where AI is going with this. I'm excited because if you can automate AI, you can keep up with the big boys. And if you pass the copyscape and the plagiarism and all that's taken out, then you write good content, you put good images, good videos in there, and a great title. You're competing against Fox News and professional journalists. It may not be as good as the professional journalists. I'm not going to take that away from any of them, but it's better than the junk that is being written by ESL and, you know, third-party writers, or it's getting as good as that. Yeah, Garen mentions, and just some notes here. Garen Green has been in publishing business for a very, very long time, and owns several newspapers, and has been very active in publishing content. And I always respect everything he has to say about publishing. And he has a workflow that it looks like he's using Jasper's Chrome plugin as kind of to supplement the workflow. And that's brilliant. Their very first beta version of the plugin was kind of goofy. It was covering up other plugins. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's about all we have. And definitely, if you get the, I'll just go in here too real quick. If you're in Frage, to get the additional templates, I think one is called, in fact, let's see here, Authored Intelligence. Yeah, this is the Peter Hatherley, and Matt Zimmerman's, I don't know what his website is, but his templates are inside the marketplace. And if you want to find additional templates, let's just go over here. Frage, come up to AI Write. And these are all the templates over here. And And if you find some that you like, just bookmark them. Here to community, here's some community. This is the RTs, they're all Matt Zimmerman. And then Peter, he has some like abbreviated versions so you can kind of test them out. If you like them, just bookmark them, and then they'll show up in your writer. But they had some really good article. They even have like answer the question. So paragraphs from keywords. This is a really good one right here. Is if you're just, you get in here and you go benefits of having a home office, and then you can just, you find the title, and I find my titles over here in the outlined. So I'm looking for, headings. Any of these outlines here is I can just click on them and save them over to my brief and then just get started from there. And this is really how I build my briefs is, in fact, and this is an interesting one here. Just how much does it cost to convert a garage into an office? This is a great question. So I want to answer that question, and just what I would do is maybe let's do the agency rider. Hit the up arrow. Nope. I'll just paste that in there, and then run template. So look for questions that you can answer when you're building your blog post. And then you can come in here, and I know this is probably not right, but fix the number correctly, okay? So you kind of have an idea. This is a question that people are asking. It's in their mind. So that's why we want to put these in questions in the Q&A section of frequently asked questions, because it supplements your content. But we're in Masher sites pretty soon, this will be a snippet. So it will be a frequently asked question that's a snippet. So we're going to be trying to rank for how much does it cost to convert a garage into an office as a question snippet. So in addition to ranking the entire site or the entire page, we want certain subheadings to be ranked. And that's why we're building all these schema.orgs to put in here. Is we want to rank our subheadings. Okay, guys, this is, I'm at an hour and 20. My voice is about gone. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed this. Oh yeah, Brandon says Matt is ranking tactics. And I will put that in the chat mode. And definitely, if you have Phrase and the SEO, buy these templates, buy the training. I mean, it's not that, they're really not that expensive. After seeing what you can get with it, it's really absolutely incredible. Okay, let's just go over here. And so looks like we're pretty much done for the day here. There we go. Go back here and put this up here. So guys, thank you for joining us on the call. We'll have the replay up shortly, and we will see you in 2 weeks. And we're going to be going over some RSS Masher workflow procedures. We've had a lot of people ask, well, can you just kind of mind map or give us a workflow of how all this works? In 2 weeks, we'll do that for you. Okay. Thank you, and we'll see you on another call. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.